So, people seem to really enjoy my previous video covering the music of Super Nintendo World, and since then we've had the unfortunate news that the theme park's opening will be delayed due to the pandemic. However, there has been an exclusive opening for press and the like, resulting in many YouTube videos from various content creators going through Super Nintendo World, showing off the rides and all of that stuff. And in the background of those videos we can hear more brand new remixes from Super Nintendo World, so I'm going to go through them all for you today, covering every single piece of Mario music that can be heard in Super Nintendo World. I also want to shout out YouTube user Spiffy Ruffleroni, who has been a fantastic help in spotting some of these tracks. We ended up actually conversating over Twitter, so if you yourselves have any information you want to share, head over to my newly formed Twitter account at SomeBoyOnlineYT. But without further ado, let's get into it. So at the opening gates of Super Nintendo World, which is kind of the equivalent of it, it reminds me of the gates at Jurassic Park. Before you actually go in, you've got these grand gates, and in this case a warp pipe beside the gates. And in the background we can hear a unique theme. In my previous video I mentioned that it had elements of Gusty Garden and Cascade Kingdom. Turns out I was literally spot on, as this is the theme of Super Nintendo World. So it has a reprise of that Gusty Garden motif, which is probably my favourite piece of Mario music, so that's incredible to hear. As you then venture through the warp pipe, which goes on to lead to Super Nintendo World, you can hear some 8-bit tracks which we glossed over before. One of these is the new Super Mario Bros. U overworld, and another is the Super Mario Bros. 3 athletic theme. These are the only two that we've definitively heard, but I'm pretty sure there's others too. In Peach's Castle, we get Peach's Castle theme from Super Mario 64, of course. Upon exiting the castle into the mainland, we get a grand orchestral version of the Super Mario Bros. Theme. This is in fact on loop kind of constantly, but it's quite long and varies as to not be too repetitive. You can see from various videos other parts of the land music kind of cycles through, whereas this one remains on. So when you leave the castle, you're always going to hear that as you walk in, which I think is quite cool. The music throughout the park is really well placed so that it plays at the appropriate times and everything like that. It's really great. So in what we're referring to as the kind of bottom general area where there's things going on the rides and the like, we hear this fantastic rendition of Super Bell Hill from Super Mario 3D World. This is definitely one of my favourite remixes that we've heard so far. It's really cheerful, and once again loads of variety throughout the track. I really hope we get to hear these in full at some point. I have a feeling we should. In that same area we have the title theme for 3D World, which is similar to Super Bell Hill. It's kind of a rendition of it. Nonetheless, great to hear. I think without doubt most of the music is pulled from 3D World due to how the land itself is kind of based from that. It's just really quintessentially Mario. This next one was great to hear, which is Special World 8 from Super Mario 3D Land, otherwise known as the Mario Drawing Song. This was picked up on the previous video too, but you can really hear it in full here, and it's fantastic because it's such an obscure theme, and 3D Land representation is quite, frequent throughout the park, which is nice to see, as it's quite an underrated game. We also hear the World 1 map theme from 3D World, which is another favourite from that game. So Nintendo have really picked the tracks well here. As we go further into the park, there is a slot machine minigame, and we hear the slot machine music from 3D World once again. This in itself is a remix of the character select screen from Super Mario Bros. 2, and is another great tune. For the Piranha Creeper Challenge, which is another one of these games which are really amazing. The park is incredibly interactive, and we have this giant sleeping Piranha Creeper. And the music, of course, as we kind of picked up before, is the Piranha Plant's Lullaby from Super Mario 64. However, if the players fail to keep the Piranha Plant asleep, we get the boss battle music from Super Mario Sunshine. So there's loads of variety here. They haven't went with one game and kind of taken all the music from there. There's loads of representation from throughout the Super Mario series. Moving on to the Pow Block Challenge, which was shown off in the Miyamoto video, as mentioned before, we hear Beat Block Skyway from 3D World. This is kind of a rhythmic tune, so it makes sense to have it in a game which would require that element of rhythm. Now this next one is a rather prominent theme in the park aside from probably the main theme itself, and that's Bowser's Lava Lake Keep from 3D World. This one was picked up in the previous video too, obviously originating from 3D Land. This is a really grand orchestral version which sounds amazing. Unfortunately we don't have any other Bowser's Castle themes outside of the castle, there are more inside. It would have been nice to hear something like Melty Molten Galaxy, a bit of variety. For the underground area, what I originally thought to be just a remix of the underground theme from Super Mario Bros. Turns out to be kind of a homage to lots of renditions of that. So we've got the original version, we have Hazy Maze Cave from Super Mario 64, and Subterranean 2 from Super Mario Odyssey, which are all the same but you know, different versions from those respective games, which is really cool. For the Bob-omb boss, which is at the end of that underground area, we've got Fuzzy Flood Mine from 3D World. Now this one is bursting with music. It's Canopio's Café, which will be titled Toad's Café in the American versions of the park. First of all, as you enter, and we have Chef Toad there, we have Mount Volcano Town from Super Mario Odyssey, which is probably, I think, one of the only Odyssey tracks in the park. There isn't much Odyssey representation, which is a shame, especially weird considering it's the most recent mainline Mario game. Now in the actual eating area we kind of get these slower versions of themes, but not really slow, they're still quite surprisingly energetic, which, you know, suiting Mario, but we get a nice variety here. We have Peanut Park from Super Mario Sunshine. Now this is a huge one, Gusty Garden Galaxy from Super Mario Galaxy. Now that's really amazing. Imagine, you know, just sitting there eating food and we've got Gusty Garden Galaxy in the background. That is cinematic. That is incredible. What an experience that would be. And we actually get to see people sitting eating food, and you just hear that over the speakers. It's fantastic. And brand new rendition, a tad slower, but amazing nonetheless. Next we have Slider from Super Mario 64, another iconic tune, quite different in its presentation this one, not instantly recognisable, but it's definitely there. This is the one that was really hard to spot, but once again one of the great Mario tracks, being Good Egg Galaxy from Super Mario Galaxy. Basically the first, you know, opening level really introduces you to Mario Galaxy. One of the favourites, so I'm so glad it's there. We also have Delfino Plaza from Super Mario Sunshine, again iconic, kind of represents that game as Gusty Garden does Galaxy. Delfino Plaza, I think, is the definitive Sunshine theme. We also have Attack of the Airships from Super Mario Galaxy, obviously another rendition of the original airship theme from Super Mario Bros. 3, but this one has the particular kind of parts from Galaxy, specifically that opening where Peach is kidnapped by the giant UFO, all of that. It's definitely that version, which is kind of an interesting choice for a calm, you know, cafe to have this airship ambush. It appears when this happens you've got these screens around the cafe and they seem to change to like a stormy atmosphere and all the toads start running away as we hear this. If that lines up with the music and that's intended, that's really amazing. Another we hear is Bob-omb Battlefield from Super Mario 64. Once again, the main theme of that game, so really kind of significant and it's fantastic to hear. And finally, the ending theme from Super Mario World, which is another iconic theme. And now the 1-Up Factory, which is basically the shop for Super Nintendo World. Now this one doesn't have many themes, but the ones it does are really amazing. The first might be the most hype kind of tune, because it's Puzzle Plank Galaxy from Super Mario Galaxy 2. And not only recently has Nintendo kind of denied the existence of Galaxy 2, but this is one of my favourite tracks from that game. So it's really cool to hear we've got like this electro remix, and it's really kind of surreal to just hear it in the background. That's so cool. When Puzzle Plank Galaxy is finished, we go to the Super Mario Bros. 3 Overworld. And following that, we have the Super Mario Maker theme, which is really unexpected for me. I would never have guessed we'd have that there, but it's really nice to hear. And finally, for the 1-Up Factory, we have the Overworld theme for New Super Mario Bros. Wii. Now this is a childhood classic of mine on the Wii, but how is it not the theme from the DS version? Well, you can actually hear the kind of motifs of the Wii version in particular. It's hard to explain, but it definitely is based off that version. The DS is more kind of electro, got more stuff going on. And those 4 tracks appear to be the only pieces that play in the 1-Up Factory, as when that theme is finished it goes back to Puzzle Plank Galaxy. So not many pieces, but some great ones nonetheless. So leading on from the 1-Up Factory, we have Mario Motors, which is the Mario Kart equivalent of the 1-Up Factory. So this is merchandise specifically for the Mario Kart series, which is really cool to see. This is at the end of the Mario Kart ride. So the first thing that I heard when watching these clips is Figure 8 Circuit for Mario Kart DS, which is amazing, as I'd only recently kind of discovered this theme. It's really weird. Kind of came across it and I was like, oh, nostalgia. It's from Mario Kart DS, which was one of the first video games I ever played. And I remember at the time everyone had Mario Kart DS, so it's really cool to hear that, as we haven't seen it in any of the recent games. The second one we hear is Yoshi Circuit from Mario Kart Double Dash. A more familiar tune, I think it's been in a lot of the recent games, but a really kind of iconic one at this point. It's basically the theme of Double Dash. And for the next one, it seems so far we've got like a theme from every game. I hope there's more than that, but we'll see. And this is Moo Moo Meadows for Mario Kart Wii, which is a fantastic track. I mean, Mario Kart Wii's soundtrack is pretty flawless. And the last one for Mario Motors would be Mario Circuit from Super Mario Kart, the OG Mario Kart theme. Of course you've got to have that there. It's not like a massive favourite, but it's just iconic, isn't it? So now we're moving on to the cues for the rides, but I'm saving the actual rides to the end just in case people don't want spoilers for the actual experience. But nonetheless, this is the cue for Bowser's Castle, in other words, Mario Kart Koopa's Challenge. So we hear World Bowser from Super Mario 3D World, as discussed before I think, you know, Bowser's jazzy theme that's kind of remixed throughout that game. And we also have the castle theme from New Super Mario Bros. Wii. Pretty well known theme, so nice to have that in there. Further down the queue, more into the Mario Kart section, we have Neo Bowser City from Mario Kart 7, which is a really cool track. It's kind of plays on the theme of Mario Kart 7, so you've got another important track in there. We also hear a bit of the castle theme from Super Mario World, and later on down the queue we have this almost Luigi's Mansion-esque section, and we can hear the Ghost House music from Super Mario 3D Land. But what most people don't point out, as this was actually in itself a remix from Galaxy. As we're getting really close to boarding the Mario Kart ride, we have this whole Mario Kart TV setup, which is incredible, and we've got the Mario Kart TV music in the background there. And the final section before you board the ride, we've got you've got these goggles, you know, the AR stuff that you have to apply, and we have Electro Drone from Mario Kart 8, which is one of the best tracks from that game. And we also hear in there somewhere Fort Fire Bros from 3D World, once again. Changing in tone a bit now to be a bit more cheerful, we have the cue for Yoshi's Adventure. Now when I heard this first theme I couldn't help but smile, as it was just, I think we all knew it was going to be in there, and that's Flower Garden from Yoshi's Island, the original, which as we know has been subject to many memes over the years. It's a wonderful version of it. There's been remixes in Smash and lots of things like that, but this one's really great. Another one I picked up on is the map theme from Yoshi's Island, which is another favourite. And another obscure one that was really nice to hear was the main theme of Yoshi's New Island. Now ironically this game was kind of bashed at the time for having a terrible soundtrack, but it was not so much the music as the way it was performed, as they had it played on these kazoos. Now they've previously remixed the theme in Smash, which has proved that the tune is actually really good, and that carries over here. For Bowser Jr.'s Showdown, which is another kind of interactive section, basically a boss once you collect lots of things, and we hear Enter Bowser Jr. from Super Mario Galaxy, so basically his theme from that game, which in itself is a sped up version of Bowser's theme from Galaxy. So moving back outside again, we have these music blocks set up which are from various games. These actually form a mini game of their own, wherein the different blocks light up, and if you hit the appropriate ones quick enough, you get a little snippet of a few themes from various Mario games. So the first one is the Super Mario World Overworld. We also get the Super Mario Bros. Overworld, the Super Mario Bros. Underground theme, Bob on Battlefield from Super Mario 64, the Super Mario Bros. 2 overworld, which was a nice surprise, especially as in Japan that's kind of seen as Super Mario USA and not really, it wasn't released at the same time there. It's just nice to see it. And once again, the ending from Super Mario World, along with the Super Mario Bros. 3 airship and slide from Super Mario 64. Apparently some of these are harder to find than others, so it's entirely possible that some more could pop up over time. So now the actual rides themselves. Once again, this could be considered spoilery if you're planning to go to the land and don't want to hear what the soundtrack is as you're riding the ride and you want to experience that freshly. But without further ado, here we go. So for Yoshi's Adventure, we have the main theme of Yoshi's story. This is as you ride the Yoshis, and the Yoshis are actually singing, which is really cool. It's, the theme of Yoshi's story, which is a nice, we don't hear much of that game, so great to hear. And as you go into the kind of dark section of that ride, we have the music box from Yoshi's Island, which is really cool. We've got a cinematic version of what was originally, the quiet lullaby. Really awesome to hear. Now weirdly kind of blending with other Mario games away from Yoshi, as we go outside we've got the desert theme from New Super Mario Bros. Wii. So we've got Pokies and stuff like that, which then leads into, we have Captain Toad and Captain Toad theme, which originated in Super Mario Galaxy. We've seen it in 3D World, a few other games since, and of course Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. And now the big one being the Mario Kart ride, which actually doesn't have a huge amount of tracks, and I'm going to say it now, they're pretty much all for Mario Kart 8. But they are great to hear nonetheless. A lot of them are obscured by there's so many sound effects and things going on, it's really hard to hear, so apologies if not all of them are here. So weirdly we start the ride with Bowser's Castle from Mario Kart 8, which then kind of leads into Dolphin Shoals from Mario Kart 8, a personal favourite I think. Then once again, I think kind of represent Luigi's Mansion, we've got King Boo here and stuff, we've got Twisted Mansion from Mario Kart 8. Then lead into, we've got these clouds and we hear Cloud Top Cruise from Mario Kart 8. Unfortunately we don't get the Gusty Garden Galaxy bit, which is my favourite part of that theme. There's only a kind of snippet of it. And then we kind of go back to Bowser's Castle for the end bit. But finally we have Rainbow Road from Mario Kart 64, which is an absolute favourite. I'm so glad we got to hear that. I kind of imagined that when we first heard the Mario Kart ride. I thought the finale has got to be, you just go onto Rainbow Road and that plays, and that's exactly what happens. When you finish the race we get a Universal jingle, as in, Universal Studios, the film logo, that plays at the end when you finish the cup. And as the karts are kind of taken out, we have Mario Circuit from Mario Kart 8, which sounds fantastic. So, that is definitively every piece of Mario music heard throughout Super Nintendo World so far. I can just imagine there's going to be a huge video after this is uploaded, which just has loads more tracks. But to finish off, I just want to go over a few kind of hopes that we could see a few more tracks as the theme park opens. There's obviously, I've got about 4 pages here of script, but yeah, I'm going to quickly list the tracks that I'd like to see most. This would be Sky Station Galaxy from Super Mario Galaxy 2, basically the main theme of that game. It's a really cool track. And also the Sky Station Galaxy 2, both of them are some of the best pieces of Mario music. For the Yoshi ride, I love to hear the Yoshi's Woolly World theme, because contrary to Yoshi's Crafted World, which was criticised for the music, Yoshi's Woolly World had a really great composer, and the main theme of that still sticks with me to this day. Another one is the Super Mario 3D Land main theme, and this is simply because we've had so much 3D World stuff. 3D Land fits with that really well. We even had a rendition of it in 3D World, so it would fit great in that open kind of section of the park. Another one is Fossil Falls from Super Mario Odyssey. As you can probably see, I'm trying to stick with main themes here as to not kind of stray too far. But yeah, I imagine Fossil Falls might not be here because it's not a traditional Mario environment. But similar to Gusty Garden Galaxy, I think this has a place in the park. And also, Odyssey has seen so little kind of representation throughout. It would be nice to hear at least its main theme somewhere. And finally, for Mario Kart Motors, this is really difficult because there's so many amazing Mario Kart tracks, but I had to go with Maple Tree Way from Mario Kart Wii, because that's just a personal favourite. any of the rainbow roads would instantly go here, but we do have that one in the actual ride, so there's at least that. Anyway, at this point I feel like I'm losing my voice. I went over so many Mario soundtracks. So I hope this video has been insightful for those of you who are interested in this kind of thing. If you did enjoy, please let me know in the comments section down below. Any likes and especially subscribers would be greatly appreciated. As always, thanks for watching.